This is Penang's Youth Park, one of the island's few remaining urban green lungs. But thanks to the capital Georgetown's rapid development, such tranquil scenes in the city could be a thing of the past. Under the Democratic Action Party's state government in the past decade, development has come at the cost of increased congestion across the island. Its solution is the ambitious 46 billion ringgit Penang Transport Master Plan. This will see a vast array of rail and road links being constructed. Among the most controversial is the Penang Island Link. It will tower over Gurney Drive, a popular tourist destination, cast its shadow over two public parks, with in and out of hilly terrain including the iconic Penang Hill, and even tunnel into the slope less than 500 meters from the Air Hitam Dam. All of this on its 20-kilometer journey across the island.
I think the recent history of environmental problems that we face, especially in the wake of just over a year ago, when we had massive floods, landslides causing floods, soil erosion and floods, has gone to show how sensitive the hill environment of Penang Island is. And even more recently, the landslide that happened in Bukit Kukus, which is directly related to road infrastructure development, has got to show two things. One is the fragile nature of hillland on Penang Island especially, and secondly, it brings to question the competence of the state authorities to do the proper monitoring and enforcement.
Penang Forum insists it is not against transport improvements, but wants a plan focusing on cheaper public transport like trams on the island and bus rapid transit on the mainland. But the state has introduced ideas like the monorail and an 8.4 billion ringgit light rail transit from the airport to the city centre of Georgetown. To finance the PTMP, Penang is reclaiming 3 islands on its south coast, nearly 4 times the size of Sentosa.
Maybe to put it in a nutshell, I think the transport plan has become more a property plan for Penang.
This in turn has given rise to other concerns over marine ecology around the island, where close to 500 hectares have already been reclaimed. Living near the Sri Tanjung Pinang reclamation, fishermen are complaining that they now have to supplement their incomes with second jobs. This is a 405-hectare project that has pushed the Gurney Drive coast out beyond the current bay. And close by, a 7-kilometer tunnel linking the northern tip of the island with the mainland will be constructed if the PTMP goes ahead.
Nanti bila air pasang surut, sini boleh jadi cetek air, tak ada air. Air cetek lah Melayu cakap. Cetek air tak ada. Macam mana nelayan nak keluar laut?
Chief Minister Chow Kon Yeow points out the challenges of solving traffic woes on an island that is largely a brownfield, and this forces infrastructure to be shunted expensively within built environments or out away into the hills.
Thank you very much,
Greater good whenever these projects are implemented. Of course, localized impact is inevitable, but the challenge is how to mitigate some of these local concerns. Some of this can be mitigated if certain linear park is lost. Could there be an alternative? Is the government building another park? We are building the Gurney Wharf, another green area, about 40, 50 acres for the future. So all this as a whole should be evaluated, and in any development there will be gains and loss.
But even those who want more development for Penang are skeptical if it should be concentrated in the island. The state, in northwest Malaysia, also has a mainland called Seberang Perai that is nearly 3 times the size of the island, with less than half the population density.
Yeah, and of course, the governments had to do more than just saying that, okay, we want more people to come in, but to make Seberang Perai attractive, the government should actually do something to bring the action there. People look for the island because they think that the actions is here. All the actions is in the island, but that's wrong. Seberang Perai has the actions as well. But the government required to move some of the attentions away from the islands and start capitalizing on what we have in the Seberang Perai.
The Chief Minister assures Penang that deals for the PTMP have not been finalised and proposals can be updated to ensure that the state's transport infrastructure is future-proof.
What we are doing is actually laying a foundation for the future while addressing current day's concern. It may be at a cost, environment cost, social impact, heritage impact. But if you look at the overall picture, with a genuine effort to mitigate, to minimize while implementing this project, I think we can tell ourselves we have done our best for Penang, to bring Penang to the future and to prepare future for Penang.